Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Underdog Reacts on Views and I watch The Dark Knight Rises. Yes. Tomorrow will be the 1000th movie because at first I wanted this to be the 1000th movie but I'm just gonna watch I've just watched 2 movies and I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to be done at 3 o'clock. It's way too late. So this is fine. Dark Knight Rises, yes. So let's just start with the movie, shall we? It's not the first time watch. First time watch. It's not as good as the second one. The second one with Heath Ledger. Yes, that's definitely the best one of the 3, I think. But let's just start with the movie. We hear Jim Gordon talk, and it's about Harvey. Then we see him, he's standing, and there's a giant picture, of Harvey behind him. And after, he's done with his thing, done with his talking, he's gonna, walk slightly to the right, to our left, to his right, and he sits down. We're now flying very low over a field, and when the camera turns up, we see a car on the right, passing us. Then we get a look inside and we see 3 guys, one here, one there, and one there. The driving for the driving, and then we see what where they're driving towards. We see a guy standing, and there's a plane, in the back. It's open, and we see 3 guards standing around the plane. We see a pair of feet land on the ground behind the front guy. So there's probably just somebody who came out of the plane. But we're gonna leave it at that, because if you want to know what's happening next, watch the movie yourself. Yes. Like I said, it was not the best one of the 3, but it was not the worst one. Well, yes, it was the worst one of the 3. It was not a bad movie, but yeah, it was just not as good. We had also a 3rd Catwoman in this movie. We've had the first Catwoman in Batman and Robin, I think. Then we had Catwoman as her own movie, and now we have Anne Hathaway as Catwoman. So, and I also know another Catwoman. Really? But I've also known another Catwoman, from the show Gotham. But I didn't know that Tom Hardy was Bane. The guy that plays Venom. Really? I had no idea. Huh. Alrighty then. That's a fun surprise. He's a good actor, so geez, what's with his face? But he's a good actor, but I didn't know he was Bane. Yeah, I didn't expect that. Yeah. Overall, the effects are very nice. Fighting, nice. Batman got his back, one of his vertebrae got loose, so he had to be popped in back. He was in a kind of a, like a well, but then a giant ass well, and then that's a prison. He is in there, and at the end, Jim Gordon found out who Batman was. But overall, it was a good movie. Objectively, it was a good movie. But for me, it was a decent movie. It was decent. It was not as good as the other two, but it was still decent enough. So I give this movie a 3.75. Leave likes, recommend a good. Christian Bale, Gary Oldman, Tom Hardy, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Anne Hathaway, Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine. Movie down below in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.